Hey everybody, hope you've been keeping it cheesy. Hollywood Pizza here. We're going to get ready to jump into our first Streets of New Capenna draft. It's going to be best of one premier draft. If you haven't already, definitely check out our channel. We host 3 tournaments a month. All are free to play. There's definitely going to be links in the description below for all that information and links for my content as well. And I hope that you enjoy the video. Alright, so it looks like we are jumping right into a draft here. Ooh, pretty good mythic rare here in the pack to start. Some other cards of note. I do like this Inspiring Overseer. Sweeping Protector seems alright. Observer isn't the worst thing. Ah yes, the Girder Goons is also very good. Good little grindy card. I do think we're gonna go ahead and just take the mythic rare here. I gotta take that Body Launder. Pretty decent pick here, I think. Other than that, I feel like, yeah, we probably would take the Overseer and then maybe the Goons. Land's never really bad in this format, probably either, so, you know, it's kind of like our first draft here, so we're going to go ahead and see where this goes, but I think right now we're going to go ahead and start off with this Mythic Rare. It's monocolored. It helps us kind of go into any other colors if we want to. And looks like we have, for our uncommons, we have a multicolored card. Pretty decent early red drop, or even later red drop as well, if we kind of have maybe even like a casualty theme going. We have Elegant Entourage. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good beatdown card here. We also have a Jewel Thief, which is just a solid pick as well. These cards are great just because they just fix your colors. Kind of give you like some options as well. I think that I'm going to go ahead and just take the Jewel Thief here. Just because it's earlier in the curve. Easy on the mana. I mean, the 4-drop was also easy on the mana, but I like being able to get that treasure and kind of just ramp up a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at this pack here. So this does have Connive, which is really good. And also has an exit ability. Whenever this card attacks. Okay, it's not bad. It's a 3/5, so it has a pretty big butt. We also have kind of like a frostbite type effect. Some multicolored cards. Land. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the land here, honestly. I know that seems kind of weird, but it's either that or the creature. I think there's another land here. Kind of keeps us open, too, to be able to splash for another color. And we do have a Maestro's Charm here. Also a Swooping Predator in the pack. I think this is kind of hard just because there's also another land as well. We're not like in that direction, but it does help. I don't really think this card's fine, but it's not better than the Charm or the Predator, or the Protector, excuse me, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Charm here. Okay. Pugilist is pretty good. We also have the Fixer as well, so I feel like this is probably a lot closer than we think. Maybe take the Pugilist just because it's such a strong card, right? I think we would hope that we see another one of these later, especially if we're trying to go into Maestros. I think we'll go just take it. Maybe we'll be like red, black, splash blue. This card enters. They discard a card. It's not bad, especially if we get some casualty. The broker's veteran is fine. Think I'm fine taking the court official, just because it kind of puts some pressure on our opponents. Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take Magician here. Magician's just great. Ooh, maybe even Light him up. Light him up's pretty solid removal. Does need Casualty too, though. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the Magician, just because the Magician helps us fix as well. Oh, we get a District. Came back. Or I guess it's before our pick, actually. This card's pretty solid, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just take the land here. Dig up. This looks like no red either right now. Kind of a weird place to be in. Just take the green card, just in case. 5 cards. And it makes a citizen, so it's instant speed. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take the custodian here for sure. The red cards are good. This card's good. Kind of like weird. Let's put these over here. We get a pummeler as well, and the brawlers comes back, but I feel like the brawler is just okay. Double white I feel like kind of stresses that card out a little bit. I'm gonna take the pummeler just in case we do end up being green, just because we have some red. But we're not completely tied into all of it. Initiate. Initiate's a creature. Probably won't play it. Disdainful Stroke. Would be a sideboard card maybe if we were playing best of 3. We do get a really good rare though. So that's great. Trying to see what else is in the pack here. If there's anything that's kind of worth taking. Out of the way is pretty good. But I think we're just going to go ahead and just take the rare here. Pretty solid. I like Initiate as well, especially since we are in black. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just take this rare here and maybe try to keep moving towards this direction, splashing another color if we need to. It's not necessary. It's a good 2-drop. Gallery is pretty good too, especially if we have some hybrid cards. Ooh, Goldhound. Could be Goldhound or the Initiate, I'm thinking, just because I want some early cards. Kind of a tough choice, I feel like. I think I'll go and take the Goldhound. Fixes our mana. Body Dropper's pretty good. We have a Magician as well. Yeah, this doesn't seem bad in terms of like picking something off, but I feel like I almost want to just be like red-black at this point. Splashing green, or if we end up with something good for blue. Like, our green isn't even anything crazy, so let's go ahead and just put our green away right now. Put this away, know that we have 2 of them. Keep this charm here. I think we kind of want to take the Body Dropper. Just seems really good. Solid 2-drop. Especially if we end up like doing more casualty. Kind of do want some more sacrifice. I don't know how good this is like gonna be if this is our only blue card, you know. Oh, is this a reason to keep going green? I guess a shield counter. I do have another Jewel Thief too. It's also a dual land. I'm thinking take the dual land. Yeah, let's take that. Oh, and there is a rocks as well. Or even a mass bandit. Mass bandit does help splash our green if we really want to go that direction. Or we just take the custodian because custodian's just like a fine 2-drop. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just take the bandits. I feel like bandits is pretty solid. Kind of just fixes our mana. Oh, we get past the bandit though, so kind of hurts a little bit, but go ahead and take the racer's ring. And then just be solid Jund, I guess. Or we could just take the initiate. I think 2-drops are more important. I'll take the initiate here. Custodian seems pretty good here, actually. Especially if we end up staying in this direction. Goons is really good. I like that, actually. Butler's not bad, but I feel like we're not really that multicolored, so I think we're just going to go and take the goons here. Kind of hurt a little bit in this pack, considering there isn't anything that we can play, but I'll just take this. Yeah, initiate's a little bit better than that. So we got a mountain or a forest. Into play tapped. Yeah, that's fine. Not really too excited about anything else in that pack. I think our deck is like okay. Kind of like Rakdos aggro. Really could play the green cards, I guess. Play Pummeler. Yeah, gets away with it for then. And then we just have those two. I don't even think that these are really like worth splashing for either. Yeah, we take that. Probably end up crewing it more than likely anyways. Nothing crazy here, honestly. Fixer's not really that crazy. Yeah, the soloist might end up being the pick here just because there isn't really anything else that's like jumping out at me that I'm too excited to take here. Yeah, let's go and just take this. Don't think we're gonna end up playing the charm. I could be wrong. Hook of Knives. Oh man, that card's pretty good. There's also a Forge Boss. But we're not really like too heavily dedicated sacrifice, just this mostly. The Hound. And this is only creatures too, it's not permanents. I think I'm just gonna take this and maybe we do end up just splashing these two cards. Not really seeing anything too exciting for us here. We are not in the brokers or the cabaretis. We could still take this just because it fixes our colors. If we end up playing that though, we're not really gonna have to care about it though. Take this just in case we end up wanting to sack more things. I'm not really sure what to take here. There's just like nothing really for us. We are not white or blue. Let's go take the getaway card though, because it is colorless. So pretty good 3-drop there to at least get, especially considering that we're aggressive. Do have an outlook. Send another initiate. Not really excited about it. Let's make something not block. Let's take this just in case we end up doing that too. Yeah, nothing really for us here. It's kind of unfortunate. I'll take this for the vault. Yeah, we'll take the goons. Goons isn't bad. Pretty decent. Big body. Replaces itself. I feel like our curve is pretty up there though, but I think we probably only want to play one of those. Yeah, go ahead and take the aggressive card here. If we're hoping to win some games, we're just going to be aggressive. Yeah, take the uncommon for the vault. I mean, we're still probably just going to play this just because it adds black or red, and we can just cast it off the land later, so it's not bad. Even just 5/5 Vigilance Menace seems pretty good. We do have... So we have a theater, and we have 2 districts, tramway, mountain, forest, or plains, so we can't really do that. Take this for the vault. No one was in brokers, maybe? Not really anything here in the last few picks anyways, but let's go ahead and go into our deck building. So we ended up just adding a Disdainful Stroke and an extra land, so we're playing 18 lands and the Disdainful Stroke. Stroke is a little bit situational, but it is going to help potentially stop some bombs from coming our way. The good thing is that we're going to be able to cast our Mass Bandits, especially if we use it early, as kind of like a color fixing. But I think overall, I like our deck. We kind of have some early threats. We have some middle to late games, so I think that we're going to be able to compete with what our opponents are throwing at us. The only thing that I think this deck doesn't really have is too much removal outside of the charm itself, but we do have Initiate, which kind of gets Death Touch, so it should be able to help maybe like block something that could be threatening, or I mean, even the Mass Bandit's a pretty big body, so we'll go ahead and see where we end up with this deck, but let's go ahead and jump into some games. Let's go ahead and jump into our first game here. See what our opponent's up to. Kind of excited to see what our deck can do. I'm actually just excited to see this format overall. Yeah, we actually don't have any red mana, but we can cast both of these cards. I actually think that's fine, considering Toulouse can connive. We'll go and start with the district. Go ahead and get the custodian down. And opponent starts off with a witness. Let's go ahead and get custodian here. Obviously our deck is very red heavy, but hopefully this Toulouse can dig us into a red source, whether it be a dual land or just a mountain outright. Opponent get in for 1. And we do draw a red source. So the question is do we still want to cast this Toulouse? I actually kind of like all of our red cards, especially if we get this down and then we can make 2 things not block. Make something attack us. Interesting. So I think maybe Toulouse. So let's attack first. This draws first, correct? Interesting lines here. Just play Magician, and then Troublemaker. Troublemaker means that we have to discard a card. How good is this though, right? I guess both of these are actually really good, so we do want to get that going. What do we want to discard though? Let's go ahead and make a treasure first. That way we'll have even more options next turn. Didn't even realize how good these synergies were actually until now. That's pretty good. Okay, so they get a 3-1 down, that's fine. So now we do have something to discard to this. I think that I want to play our island. I think that we just want to cast the Troublemaker here. Get in, they'll trade with the Initiate. Could even block with this to maybe get some redraws. Trade with this to get their value. We're at 19, they are at 17. I think we want to potentially keep it going. This just makes a copy, right? We'll draw. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Trading up on mana, I mean, even if they get something out of it, like let's say they want to take a turn to do that, that's fine later, right? I think we still wanted to lose next turn. Okay, they have their own Jaxes, so fortunately we don't really play removal, so it's going to be quite an interesting game. Yeah, let's go and get this down. Discarding the Initiate. Let's go ahead and play this. Let's this out. Just puts it back into our hand. Make a copy of this. Discarding this, make a treasure. Play this, make this not block. All seems kind of risky, but let's make a treasure. Let's go ahead and get this down. Swing with just these. Make this not block. Sorry, I know that took a while to think about, but think about what some of the best things to do here are. Let's go ahead and draw 2 cards as well. I feel like I probably didn't need to play the mountain, but I was thinking I wanted to get max value there. And we'll hopefully get something off of this. Okay, so they're going to kill our Jaxus. Seems pretty good. Okay, so we can redraw that because we have a blue source here if we need to. Swinging in with this, less likely to block with the Jaxus either way. Could play Goons, but I was thinking like Blitz Goons, but that still doesn't even seem that good. Let's go and come in for 4. They want to trade their good card for our good card. We're completely fine with that, considering we just get a redraw. Let's go ahead and play Goons. And a Swamp. Can redraw off the land later if we need to. 4/4 is not bad. Like I said before, if they want to take a turn off to do that, we're completely fine with it. They have 4 cards in hand, though, so that's pretty scary. We do get 2 cards back with the Toulouse. Okay, make a copy of that. Not really too worried about a damage, I guess. Yep. And they just have some more cards. Okay. Get a redraw, and they get to do that. Okay, so they have removal spell, 3/1. Exile that. We have Stroke. Get back a couple cards, which is nice. Yeah, I think I'm actually okay just swinging here with both of these. We're going to get a 2/2 or get back 2 cards either way, so they have to block with something. They're potentially just going to block with this. This doesn't exile. So if they kill the Toulouse, we'll still get both of the cards back. If they play something big, we have Disdainful Stroke to counter it. Seems pretty good. Okay, so we'll trade here. Then we can play Soloist as well. And keep up the Stroke. Okay, so they're gonna go take 4. We'll go and get a 2/2. Seems good. Doesn't matter. We can't do this and redraw off the land. I think that's fine. We'll go with Sego. To kill the Toulouse, we get back 2 cards, and we'll be able to play this and make something not block and come in for some damage, so not the worst. Yep, that's fine. Get back both of these cards. Unless they have an exile graveyard. Nope, they're just going to exile that to make a treasure. Sure, that's not really that crazy. We have 3 more cards now. We should probably redraw for this, right? Nothing crazy happened. Okay, so we get a Goons. Goons is pretty good. So we play Soloist, make this not block, come in. Could also just blitz this in and then swing out. And they just trade here. Block the big creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so they can't make a copy of the Witness. Yeah, I think the Goons and then maybe holding up the Disdainful Stroke is the right thing to do. We'll just come in here. They have to block the 4/4. I mean, they can keep this out, and then we can just still, like I said, counter whatever they play. And then still have a few creatures out, hopefully. They have to block here either way. Yep. I'll take 2 here, which I'm fine with. We'll get a redraw as well off of this. And a 2/2 creature. Okay, they're going to block there instead. Yep. Seems better. Okay. And we'll just go and say go here. They have bandits. If they tap out for bandits, we just disdainful stroke it. Gold Hound, not bad. Helps us kind of keep this going as well next turn, where we can play this, make something not block, make something attack us. We're at 18, so I'm not really feeling too threatened right now. Alright, and they just get a 1-1 for 1. That's fine. And they have 3 cards left. They have Assassin. Seems pretty good. And... alright, well, they had a lot of creatures there. What do we want to do now? Can't make 2 things not block, unfortunately. We're at 2 with 1 card left. Sacrifice seems pretty good. Could make something attack us next turn, which is cool, I guess. That does help. Attack. Just block. Keep 1 out. I think that's fine. I'll have to think about how we tap too, though. Could play this, but it enters tapped. We almost have to play this if we want to keep up disdainful too, right? Yeah, if we want to keep up disdainful, kinda have to play our untapped land. Play the Gold Hound now. Make the Jaxus not block. Swing in. And we'll just swing in with both of these. And they're going to use a Midnight Assassin to block 1, and then, yeah, the 1-1 to block the other. That's fine. Arsonist could kill our Soloist, which kind of sucks. Okay, they'll actually go to 1. Wow, okay, they'll actually make the trade. Alright, I'm okay with that. Our Gold Hound has Menace, which is kind of hilarious, so... we're getting closer here. This is kind of a close game. We've got our opponent down to 1, so... just hoping to get there with anything at this point, right? Just hit him with the ham sandwich. Hope that they fall over. Okay, so they still go into the tank here. Okay, could make a copy of their sledge. Yep, copy a sledge. Coming in for 2, no blocks. Okay. And they go ahead and draw. They can shoot down the Gold Hound. But they're at 1. Did they draw another piece of removal? Opponent could have just drawn removal. Coming in for 3. Alright, we got there. Let's go. See you next game. Let's go ahead and jump into our second game here. See if we can get some of the same results that we got in the first game. Maybe a little bit of an aggressive start, considering we don't have much removal in the deck itself. So we're on the draw. It's gonna go get an island, but it does put it into play tapped. I think we can actually keep it though. That's close, maybe. mostly because of this, but this also, not only does this have to survive, I kind of need to draw another land on top of that to kind of cast our other spells too, and one of them even has to be a red. This hand is interesting. Actually think so. We're on the draw. Yeah, I'll go ahead and keep it. Okay. To another one of our rares. Play the Gold Hound. So turn 1, play the Gold Hound. We're not playing this on turn 2, so I think it's kind of okay to just do this, get this out of the way, thin our deck out a little bit. Go ahead, get an island. Okay, they got their own. Sacrifice land. Do get a 2-drop, which is nice. So play this. Next turn we'll be able to play either the Toulouse or the Jaxus. Could also play this to blitz something in. So if we play this now, I think it's just better to get this down. Just better use of our mana. Not really too worried about ramping in anything too crazy right now. Alright, so we haven't hit a land either though, so that's kind of a little bit annoying. Let's go ahead and get this down. Play this Hound. Come in for 3 and pass a turn. The Toulouse can kind of just loot us here next turn. Ooh, that's a really good card. Did hit a land. Can't attack. Can bring this down with the blitz. But I don't really like that as much. Could just play this, give it the 4 power. Look at the top card library. Yeah, land card from the top. Spell. Okay. So either way they will draw a card. I think we still just want to play this. What do we want to loot? How about the Pugilist, because we can't cast it right now. Play this. Get down our Initiate. So you go. Coming in. All their mana up too. I feel like this is just the safest thing to do, but get blown up by removal quite a bit. Kind of want to save this. That's fine. Looks like they didn't have anything anyways, so good thing we didn't just give them an extra creature. Think about whether or not it would have been good just to kind of like avoid something there, but I guess it's just ended up being fine and we got a card back, so. And they mill some cards off the top. Nothing really too crazy, I don't believe. Yeah. Most things we won't really care about. Not having the double red here is annoying, but I can still do some things. We can actually just blitz this out if we really want to, but I kind of want to save it. I think I'd rather just make a 4/4 here, come in for 2 and pass the turn. Okay, so Corpse Appraiser. Yep, got rid of that. And we have to discard a card. Just pitch this island. Okay. So we can attack with both, and if we need to, we can just give this Death Touch, kind of trade with this. Second main, we could just play the Jaxus too, back up, so I think it's okay just attacking right now with both. Don't want to trade both bodies, that we would have been completely fine with that. Go ahead and get another goon down. If we draw another red, we might actually even want to blitz this. Could also actually just blitz this next turn and kind of just create a weird block for them. Okay, so they didn't go for the casualty there. Still have 5 cards left. Okay, tapping out to give that land the ability to tap for whatever they need. We do draw our second red source. Let's go ahead and smash first here. Okay. Just gonna cast this Jaxus. Still have Pugilist next turn. If our goons die, we get 2 zombies. Or excuse me, rogues. So used to them being zombies. Take the 3 damage here. So that's 7. So let's cast. Let's actually blitz this. Yeah, blitz this. Copy it. And attack. And we get 2 more devils here too for extra lethal. Alright. Pretty good second game. Got there with the copying and the goons. We'll see you next game. See if we can keep it going. We did pretty good the first 2 games so far. Our first game I felt like was grindy. Our second game we definitely just like, you know, ran over our opponent a little bit with our rares there. I was expecting them to have something when they attacked with that 5/4 trample, but surprisingly they didn't have any combat tricks or anything like that. But let's go ahead and jump into this game, see what this one's like. See if we can get a good opening hand here. It's actually pretty good. Really aggressive. We don't have a blue source for the charm, but I think that our hand is so aggressive that I can't really turn it down. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. And we can save this if we need to actually kill a bomb later in the game, which is nice. Looks like opponent mulliganed as well. Go ahead and attack here. So they get a 2/1 down, that's fine. This only has a sorcery. Okay, activate only once each turn, so it's not specific. Go ahead and attack. Pay the life for it. We're supposed to be aggressive. Play the custodian. Pass the turn. So our opponent looks like they're playing maybe Cabaretti or just outright Celestia right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down the custodian. We're gonna take some damage here. So paying life for the contender isn't the best, maybe. Trying to think if we're... See, so we're coming back for 6. 6 does seem pretty good. We can actually just bounce this and then play both of them next turn. That actually seems really good. So let's go ahead and play this. Let's crew this up here. Swing in with both. Onto our creature that crewed it, we'll go bounce that, so that way we can just go ahead and use it. Pay a life here. It doesn't really seem too bad considering we're winning the race on the cracked back. Opponent's got 4 cards left, so gonna be able to get 2 3-powered creatures down next turn, which is really nice. Looks like they have... Yep. Have an aura here. Make that a 3/2. And are they going to come in? No attacks. We do have a soloist. So... These come in tapped. Play this. Crew the getaway card. Come in with both. Car is going to die. Maybe we just come in with the contender, put them at 10. Play the soloist, and then next turn we can play both of the custodians. I feel like I really like putting down 6 power on the board though. How about we just come in with this? So I have 2 cards left. Gonna make the block. Okay, gonna make the block. They have to have a combat trick, right? Okay, that's fine. Think, do we still play the soloist? We're gonna be able to use the ability twice. We will not be able to crew the getaway car though. I think that's like the biggest issue with it, with these coming into play tap right now, is that they're not gonna crew this. So I think next turn will feel a lot better once maybe we'll be able to play this, or even draw another creature to be able to crew it. Okay, so they're going to attack with those. That's fine. Draw a blue source. Interesting. Top 5 cards. Rest in my graveyard. So we have a lightning helix here too. That costs 5 mana. I think I'm okay doing this. Crewing here. It's 8. Yeah, we're coming in. Not gonna bring everything back, or excuse me, anything back. Gonna make a block there. Take 7, go down to 5. We have 3 damage in our hand already from the charm, and if need be, we can just wipe out one of their blockers as well. So another aggressive start and another win. All right, let's go ahead and jump into another game here. Already jumping right into it. That was pretty quick. We're on the play. So we have something to do. 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna potentially regret keeping this, but we have mana. We have really good cards. We're a little bit slow out of the gate for being an aggressive deck, so not too happy with it, but being on the play, I don't necessarily want to take a mulligan, especially considering we do have lands and we do have things to do, even if they're not the best things to do in our deck. This later is going to be great, even if we're not really getting the most value out of it right now. Wow, that was a fantastic draw, actually. Do we want to just play Swamp here? Yeah, it's double black. So go ahead, just get this down. Comes in tapped. Go ahead and play Getaway card next turn. Could actually just come in for 3 if we want to. Okay, so they just have a 2/1, so definitely gonna come in for 4 here. Not gonna return the creature though. And they'll go down to 17. We have Launder next turn, which is really good. Ooh, that's also really good. Wow, that's kind of crazy with the body Launder. So they have to trade both if they want to kill this. Blitzing out the Jaxus, I don't really think it does much. I think we just want to come in for 3 here. And then play one of our, or excuse me, come in for 4, excuse me. And then play one of our 4 drops. Yeah. See if they want to trade. Just connives, right? Okay, it's just whenever something else dies. I think we just played Jaxus first. So that way if the Jaxus dies, then we can just get it back with this potentially if this dies. rather than just having an empty graveyard if the body launderer dies. And so wonder if they're going to come in for 2 in the air. Looks like they're just passing though with 4 mana, 6 cards. So we could do this if we really wanted to. Doesn't really do too much right now. Copy the getaway car. Seems pretty good. Discarding the custodian. All of it seems kind of sketchy too. Could play Launder, Crew here. Let's do that. Launder, Crew with the getaway car. And then it's just attack with both of these. Could even attack with this, I guess. It would take out both of their creatures, but it's not really worth it. Go ahead and crew the car. So it looks like they did have a way to kill it, which is unfortunate. Yep, and we don't have a way of getting a creature back. Would have been nice, but it's okay. We're still going to come in here for some damage. Looks like they're just making 1 trade too, which is nice. Okay, just going to pump up the Overseer, that's fine. Would like to draw a blue source for this, or just lands in general so we can get to the bandits. Okay, so we do draw a land. It does come in tapped. It's fine though. We can crew here. Make it block. Can't cast the charm though yet. Need to discard the bandits too at some point. Got 5 cards left. I think we're just going to come in for 4. And see what our opponent does. They just make a block, that's fine. Do they have a pump spell? Okay, just have a way of destroying it. It's fine. Go ahead and play this tapped. Next turn we have a charm, or if we draw a land, we can even play the bandits. We're gonna do this end step. Okay, they have a Seraph themselves. 4/4, cost 7 though. Okay. Pretty good though. It's gonna be quite a threat. We may want to keep the charm for that. They have 3 cards left. We're potentially gonna play this Vigilance. Menace, 5/5. That's pretty good though. Can't really do anything about that. Let's go ahead and exile this. Make the mountain tap for any of those colors. Okay. So no trade there. Let's just go ahead and actually just cast this. This gains them 3 life, which is annoying, but if they tap out for it, we'll be able to come in for some damage on the following turn. Okay, they have multiple, so gonna be annoying, but we can still break through it for a couple turns and then maybe just end up with this. Do they have a removal spell for the Pugilist? So they're coming in, so they have to have, I guess they're just, oh wow, okay, so they do have the board wipe. Didn't draw a land, which is unfortunate. Yeah, let's get this down. Let's get this down. I'm not getting a trigger off of it, but that's fine. Okay, they're gonna start with that. Go back up, probably attack for 2. Draw land. Okay, so they're not even gonna attack. Wow, we can blitz that in as well, or just cast it. I think we just cast it. Just get it down and make something not block. So next turn we'll be able to make 2 things not block. So let's go target this. Come in with just a contender. I'll pay a life for it. They're going to go back up to 14, but we kind of have to chip away a little bit here while we can. Hoping to draw something that's smaller to cast, and then we'll be able to charm and cast something to be able to make one of their creatures not block. Okay, so they're attacking with that. Probably just going to cast the other one. Yep. Okay, so they go back up to 14, so it's getting kind of scary here. Can't cast the Toulouse, need to draw land from the bandit. Okay, so we're gonna go down to 12, we take 6. Make this not block, but then they block one of these. I think we need to come in with as much as we can right now. Kill that. Pay a life for this. Come in with these. Make this not block. Put them down to 6. Okay, that makes more blockers, which is annoying, but we can still get through this. Could attack us in the air. Okay, so just that. That's fine. We'll go down to 8. Okay. So we did hit the land to make 2 things not be able to block. So they would go down to 1. They have to draw a removal spell, so let's play our land. Let's play this. This doesn't have any kind of evasion, right? None of them do. Okay, let's play this. We're gonna make this not block. And we're also gonna come in with these and make this not block. So then they have to block with their flyer. Okay. So we go down to 7. And we can block the mages. We take 5, go down to 2, so they have to find 2 damage. And or a blocker. If they have a blocker, that's fine too, because we can probably still be able to attack here. They have to double block on the bandits, but we can still make something of theirs not be able to block on the attack from the jockey. So we should be able to get through for the last point. If they have another Seraph, obviously that's bad, because then they'll go back up to 4. And then we'll be in a pretty rough spot. Kind of need to top deck an island for this to lose. For us to not lose. But I guess we would still just loot ourselves anyway, so. Okay, they get a 2-1. Can't attack. They might think about it though. Okay. So we can make something not block. I think we still win, right? Because we make their 4/4 not block. They have to block there, yeah. So we can still think we still get there. right? Because we made this not block. Then they have to double block here, then they take one. That can't block. Next to blockers, they have to double block the bandit and then block one of our cards. Yep, got there. That was a pretty tight game. Pretty tight game there. Not gonna lie, that was down to the wire. I felt like, just because they were almost starting to come back on us with their flyers, but that's what it shows. You know, you got to pick your spots sometimes. You know, you're not always gonna have the best cards, but you got to make the best of your situation. So definitely got there, and we'll see you next game. See what we're up against this game. Opening hand actually looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just keep this. We got a 2-drop, somewhat of a 3-drop play. We want to save the theater for later. Feel like I may want to just go get this down. Seems a little awkward, but okay, we drew that later, which I would have been happier if it was a district, just because we still would have had our double blue. Okay, they have a 2/2 flyer. Have initiate. They have 4 cards. Would they trade with this? See if they do. They will not. Let's go and play initiates. And thin to deck out a little bit. Grab a swamp. Actually, do we want a red? I have a second black with a district. I think we do want a swamp, just so we can use the ability on this a little bit more. A little bit sooner. Okay, gonna pump that up. Conniving. Can't be blocked if it's attacking alone. Seems pretty good. So we have the charm. Not gaining any life back. I feel like we can just come in for 4 here and just keep it going. Let's go and play our island down. Play the soloist. If we top deck any creatures now, we can make our opponent's creatures not block. Looks like this card's just going to keep growing though. Could end up being a problem. Right now that's the only thing they got though, so okay. Can't attack or block. I think I'm okay with that. We'll go play our mountain here. Play goon, get them down to 10. So we're gonna take 4. Excuse me, 5. Or is it after? It's after deals damage, right? Yeah, so we take 4, go down to 12 at least. Opponent's also stuck on 3 lands. Good race though. Could end up just losing to the 5/5 flyer. I guess they're tapped out now, so let's just actually just get rid of everything that they put their eggs into. Yep, play this tapped. Battlefield. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a reason to not attack with everyone. Go ahead and trade with the body dropper if they want, that's fine. Sure. We'll just say go. You can still do this at instant speed. Hit their 5th land. Obtain an indulgence, so they're digging a little bit. Do have another goon with haste, so they have to come up with 2 blockers right now, or a blocker and a removal spell. Okay, they do have 2 blockers. We do have... Oh, we have getaway card too. We needed to do this. I guess Goon makes it so one thing can't block, just because of the soloist. So it doesn't really matter. We actually can just come in here and they're just dead. And we got there again, just an aggressive start. See what road we go down this time. Pretty pleased with the deck so far. We're 5-0. I mean, wasn't really expecting too much considering our draft seemed kind of like a little bit up and down. I think that it is best to do the 2 colors into maybe like a splash, or I don't know, if you're going to go all in, you kind of have to have the mana fixing. I think that's the only difference. I think you can definitely still do the crazy stuff. Wow, this is aggressive. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. Contender into Custodian into Initiate. Seems pretty good. Initiate with Death Touch hold up. Oh no, it costs 2 mana. But we're definitely going to get Contender down, get this Custodian down, and then kind of just keep the beats going from there. We have Troublemaker 2 at 4 if we draw the land. Usually, I don't know. I don't really think I want to blitz it. There's probably some instances where you do want to blitz it, but I think that, I don't know. I just want to like actually hard cast it this time. I don't know if our opponent's there or not. Okay, oh yeah, they're just mulliganing. Gotcha. Forgot this is always going to have a stop on it. Yep. Wow. Charm is nice to draw there. Solid 2-drop. Pay a life this time. Smash in. And we'll go just keep the beats going next turn. So they just have a 1/1 flying lifelink. Completely fine with that. We draw our 4th land too, which is nice. Figured they'd be inclined to take it. Put them down to 13. So we hold up the charm. Seems kind of aggressive. Let's just play more of the actual aggressive creatures and get down that way rather than trying to dig. I don't really even know what we're digging for considering we still have something that's really good. Probably gonna make a blocker here. But seems good. Probably trade there. I think we just come in for 5. See what they do here. Block here. Take 2, go down to 12. Go ahead and get this down. Not really copying anything crazy right now, but still have a removal spell here. I feel like we're kind of like not too high on value this game. I'm gonna pump up the flying life linker. Yep. Feel awkward killing that, but that's fine, I guess. Still have a lightning helix here too if we need it. So gonna come in for 2, put me down to 15, then back up to 14. Let's see, we're making an initiate next turn. Or a goon. And then just having a bunch of 2/2s and a charm. Seems interesting. And then we're making, I don't know, I guess we're still just making copies of just any creature is fine after that. But then we Have to discard the charm to be able to do it, and that's not really all that great. Cast this now, post combat, attack, probably blocking here either way. Let's just attack with both of these. Still having a 4/4 seems pretty good. If they want to double block the initiate, I don't really care. I'm not going to pay life for that. Got to get their cards out of the way, so staying on parity with this too, even though we're taking some damage, is kind of annoying, but having the biggest creature on the battlefield right now makes me feel a little bit better, and potentially being able to copy it with the Jaxus is nice. Okay, just a 3/1. And the fact that we draw a card, make a 2/2. The card's pretty good, but not as good as making another goon. Still attack with the River Tears too. Either way, we're trading with the Requisitioner. They just make a treasure. It's not really that crazy. Still have the charm to kill something that gets threatening. We're getting lower on life, but the Jaxus is going to help us kind of like punch them a little bit harder here every turn. If we need to get rid of the charm, we'll get rid of it, but I think where we're at's pretty good. Looks like they may have removal. I'm not sure. Pump spell, maybe? Think about how they're going to block. Okay, just going to take it, go down to 8. We'll get a 2/2. And draw a card. So if we draw a red source, we can blitz the Pugilist and copy it with the Jaxus by discarding the charm. Obviously discarding the charm sucks, but our opponent is at 8, depending on what they play out or how they use their mana. Let's see. So it's just we each draw a card, so it's not really that important right now. Yep, gonna go back up to 10. Okay. We draw something to discard, so we gotta think about this here. Could just copy the goon, which seems fine. But it is our red. I think we can take one more hit. Yeah, let's just copy this, discarding the district. I think we're just swinging out. 8, 10, yeah, we're just 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. They have to block somewhere. They can't just take this. Oh, wow, okay. That's really good. So they're going to gain some life. So they're going to go back up to 14. Kill our real goon. So we'll get... Our tokens do come in tapped. Could die here on the crackback. Do they have something here? They gotta stop. Okay, just a block. Okay, so they have 2 blocks. They'll take 6, go down to 4, so they'll go back up to 8. Okay. We'll get to draw a card. Get another rogue. And a plasma jockey. Really need to draw a red source here. If we draw another red, we'll be able to play jockey and the charm. Okay, so there's our red source. Opponent drawing extra card is kind of scary, but we are still at 11. Okay, they got a shield mate. That seems pretty good. So that's gonna block. I guess we can make it. If they play another creature. Okay, they didn't. So we can get down the plasma jockey and copy it. Is that going to be enough? Probably discard the body launder, keep the charm. Seems okay. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, so we go ahead and get jockey down. Get rid of the body launder. Try to go to combat. Make this not block. Make this not block. Do they have a removal spell? They have to have a removal spell, right? 5. Wow, they don't have anything? That's actually really surprising. They had a stop. I don't know what it could have been. Maybe it was just a pump spell. Let's go and see how our game goes here. Kind of an awkward hand. Goldhound, Jaxus. We've got good cards. Can't play the Toulouse though. We are ramping into the Jaxus. I can't really say no to ramping into the Jaxus. And maybe we'll get some blue sources for the Toulouse. If not, we'll just keep punching them with our Goldhound. Hopefully. Okay, looks like they're just gonna go get a tap land here. Ooh, perfect. Exactly what we want to see. We'll get our own tap land so we can class the Toulouse right now. Ooh, or a getaway car. I like that too. Let's go ahead and just cast the getaway car. Crew it up with the Goldhound. Coming in for 4. And we'll pass the turn. So we can cast the Jaxus. We can copy the getaway car if you want to. Probably just gonna trade with the Jewel Thief here, right? That seems okay. We okay just trading 3 drops here? Feel like I might be. Could loot first and see what happens. Now let's just screw up and attack. But parity feels kind of weird. Play the tram station either way. Play the Toulouse. Yeah, let's play this. Yeah, like we can discard this. Pump this up. Crew with the car. Attack with the car. Not gonna bounce it. Find trading now. Still have the biggest creature on the battlefield, and if it dies, we get some value out of it. Okay. Has a shield counter. Attack with this. We just lose it. That's not really that good though. Do I just want to follow in with the Maestros? I feel like I do. Yeah, let's go and casualty it. Get back the card that we exiled. And we'll get 2 4/3s. Feels better than crashing into this. Even though we probably will end up crashing into it. So they can just attack it with it and come in for 4 if they want, but then we'll go down to 16. Ooh, that's really good. Okay, yep. One thing can't block. Gonna take the 4 here. No blocks. Okay, so... Tag both. Underdog goes back to the graveyard. They'll probably take 4, go down to 12. We can play Initiate and Jaxus. Yeah, let's just get some things off. Try to at least get some things off the battlefield and or deal them some damage. Definitely gonna block with the Underdog. Okay, they're actually just gonna trade out here, which kind of okay with there. Yeah, let's go ahead, cast both of these actually. So the Vermin is going to get annoying though, just because of the shield counter. Yep, gonna come in. No blocks. We can block next turn if we need to, I guess. Okay. Gonna kill that. Do have 4/4. And so we can block with the goon. Okay, they're gonna get that back, that's fine. Got 4/4. We'll take one more hit from it. Just block here. Kinda need to hit a removal spell or one of our bomb cards. It's actually really good because this doesn't have trample, right? Does not. So let's go ahead and make an additional blocker here. And attack with both. Let's just attack here. Can still block the Voice of the Vermin. Oh wow, that's really good. They have a way of making a token. Just gonna do that. Okay, attacking with those. So they have to block with Ginny. So shield counter is going to come off of that. That card's just going to go away. Okay. Have to block. We attack out, but then we die to the Underdog. Can we draw anything good? Try to win us the game right now. Not right now. Just coming in. All right. So they're gonna get back the underdog. Still have 2 cards left. Okay, that's fine. We just have an island. I guess it kind of sucks as we can't do the waterfront. So I should have done it the opposite way, but let's hope to survive. It's whenever it attacks, right? Okay. So we can trade here, trade here. Don't think that I like that though. I think I'm still going for blocks like this. Yep, still drawing some cards. Yeah, as we can't activate it now. It's unfortunate. Can block with the goon. Route 5. We'll just say go. Could still make some blocks here, but if they have removal, I mean, they got plenty of cards still. Could have more threats as well. Yep, underdog. Yeah, I think that was probably like the big mistake there. Yeah, they just have another creature with haste. So even if we were to block here, take that. Okay. Yep, still die. Are they gonna attack with everybody? Yeah, they are. So yeah, block here, still take 7. So it was a close game, but we yeah, I think maybe just have another redraw might have saved us, but our opponent actually had just had like a really good draw and just overall just good cards, so can't really be too upset about the loss. Yeah, feel like other than maybe like keeping the island instead of the, or playing the island instead of the swamp, maybe it was just like a minor mistake, but even then, I mean, I don't think that we were going to get through the battlefield that our opponent had. So all right, jump into another game here. Hopefully we can get a good opening hand. Start the game off right, maybe a little bit aggressive. So far I do like our deck. It has been treating us well. Let's see if we get matched up here. All right. Let's dive right into a game. And, ooh, this hand's pretty rough. Just a lot of blitz, but a little bit awkward. This hand is a lot better. I think since we're on the draw, keeping the card that makes them discard might be better. I know we're supposed to be aggressive, but I feel like I kind of want to keep on parity with on cards with them. Okay, they get a Venom Connoisseur. Let's go get our Body Dropper down first. This is sacrifice another creature. Okay. Wasn't sure if it was creature or just permanent. So they get a Jewel Thief down. Really strong start from our opponent here. No attacks, which is kind of surprising. So they have 4 cards left. See, we play the Court Official. Seems pretty good. Could also blitz, copy, draw 2 more cards. Lots of options. Magician as well. Get the treasure to ramp us into the goons, maybe. But then the Court Official kind of gets worse, right? Play Court Official, get rid of a card, double block with the Jewel Thief, double block the Jewel Thief. If we don't draw a land though, then we're playing this to get the treasure. That seems kind of awkward. Let's go ahead and use all of our mana here and get the treasure. Say go. They come in with the Jewel Thief, it's fine. We can take 3. Yep. No blocks. Ascendancy, that's really good. Okay, didn't hit a land. Have 3 cards left. Well, that Ascendancy is going to get out of control, especially considering we don't have removal really in our deck. Let's get this down. That doesn't really seem that good though, because it's not the best use of our mana. Really wanted to get this Goons down. Would have been nice to block. I think that's fine. I think this is fine. Just gotta get this down. Can maybe triple block, which seems awful, but not really much options here. Okay, they got 2 cards left. Still just gonna double block here. So they have a trick of some sort or a removal spell. Okay, they do have a trick. Control 4 more creatures, so it's just a 6/6. Yeah, I can't really do anything about that. Even if we triple blocked. Yep, gonna go up to 5/5. That comes in tap. We're not drawing any lands here. It's probably gonna be the end of us. Body Launder, Connives. Does have Death Touch too. Just don't want to use our good cards, but we're kind of like on the defense now. Opponent only has 1 card, so if we're able to kill this Jewel Thief, ugh, Broker's Charm. Well, them having 1 card is no longer 1 card. Now they had 3. Launder can't block, and we're just in a bad spot now. So go ahead and take this 5, go down to 9. Even if we draw a land now, we're kind of just not in a good spot. Discard this. And even if we played a blocker, kind of just in a bad spot overall. Still gave it a good shot, but the mulligan I think definitely killed us. Alright, here we go. This is the last game no matter what. So we have 6 wins so far. Even if we lose, the draft ends. If we win, the draft ends. So our hand is actually pretty decent. I think we can keep this. We can cast pretty much all of our spells. Can't necessarily hard cast this with the mana we have, but we can blitz it out. Go ahead and start off with a tap land, as most limited games I feel like will start. Court Official on the draw helps a bit. Let's go ahead and just get Custodian, actually. I have enjoyed this card, especially considering it's got the 3 power. On turn 2 is actually quite helpful here. They have Informant. Gonna Connive. Probably not make it bigger. I feel like they'll just discard an extra land here, maybe. Yep. And they did. So I actually just don't mind trading here. Yep. Trade some 2-drops. Let's play Mountain. Yeah, let's get an Initiate down. Could use this and maybe give this Death Touch next turn. Ooh, that's scary. Launder is really good too, though. Thinking we can get in a free attack here. Play Launder or Soloist. Yeah, let's get Soloist down. Keep the beats going. Maybe next turn we could play Launder or just tap out for the goons. I feel like the goons will be better, and then we can kind of just like keep it going from there. 2/2 flyer. Okay. No blocks here. Have to find a way to get rid of this, but we have ways around these things. So we can make something not blocked now. Feel like that's not the best thing though. Play Launder. Then if they block with the Paragon, Launder gets a counter and it keeps growing. Can also block that. I feel like that's pretty good. Let's go and do this. Just make the token not block. Come in with the Initiate. I feel like we're definitely in a weird spot here, but we can still block with the Launder if we need to and get back a card from our graveyard, which is nice. I'm actually okay trading here, which isn't always the greatest thing, but they're going to give this first strike. Oh, okay. They just didn't know that it had Death Touch. Well, definitely got to kill their quote-unquote mythic rare there, which feels pretty good. Getaway car. Can make something not block. So we kind of have to figure out what we want to do now. We can also play goons, which is nice. Yeah, let's go goons. Make the 2/3 not block. We can jockey next turn and keep a lot of damage going. I think we still attack with this and the Riveteers. If they want to trade both of their cards for the Initiate, that's fine. Gets rid of some blockers. Nah, just come in with the Launder. I have a kill spell. That's fine. Oh, it's non-rogue? Oh, I didn't know that Ogre was a rogue. Oh well. We still have a pretty good board presence here. Okay, they're going to pump that up. Maybe pump it up again. Okay, just 3 here. Did we miss out our chance to play the court official? We might have. Looks like they could have a... Okay, just going to pump it up again. Yep, go down to 12 here. That's fine. Okay, so let's get rid of their last card here. Make this not block. Play getaway car. Crew it with the corrupt court official. Go to combat. Attack with these. I'm actually gonna return that back to my hand. So they're probably just gonna block or take it, go down to 9. Or they're gonna start to block now. Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like they'll probably take it. Say go. I like return it because, well, if they just tap out for this, then that's great. Okay, so they are gonna do it. It gets a counter. And they'll do it again. So we go down to 7. It's getting kind of sketchy here. Getting kind of sketchy, but that is going to be their turn. We need to, what, draw a blue source for this Maestro's Charm? That'd be really nice. So they're coming in. Okay, just that. Okay, no blue source. They're at 9, though. I think we just win, right? We can make 2 of their cards not block and crew the getaway car. So let's go ahead and do this first. This can't block. We'll play this. sure that has to attack next turn. Crew this with the court official. Go to combat, attack. 0. So this can't block, right? Yeah, we'll make the one that has to attack not block. And they're dead. And that's how you get to 7 wins. Alright. It was getting pretty close there, not gonna lie. We got 2 losses in a row, so it was getting close, but we ended up getting there. Alright, here for the post-game wrap. So we actually ended up going 7-2 with the draft deck. Pretty awesome, honestly. Wasn't expecting to do this well with the deck, but definitely a solid deck overall. We ended up overpowering our opponents with our rares. We ended up having just some really aggressive games too, where we had our opponents down below 10 life before they could really like get going. So I think that overall I'm pleased with the deck, even though the draft kind of seemed a little bit weird. Obviously having to play like a Disdainful Stroke and kind of having to jam some blue cards in seemed awkward at first, but obviously just these 2 cards are powerful, and the fact that we didn't really need to use the Disdainful Stroke was actually nice because, at least we didn't have to worry about being in a bad spot where this was just a bad counterspell. But overall, I think that the deck is great. Just ended up overperforming for me. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, definitely subscribe to the channel, leave a like as well. You can check out all my content and the links to all of our tournaments as well in the description. And thanks for just sticking around. I hope you stay cheesy.